chunk a deuce, or you can give me that. You can play it cool like you don't know how to act. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can stay broke, or you can make it stack. You can chunk a deuce, or you can give me that. You can play it cool like you don't know how to act.
This is the Grimm and Shadow Show. That's Grimm.
That's Shadow.
So keep it right here. Keep it live. Keep it subscribed. You know what I'm saying? What's up, South Park? We see you, man. JJ, you still rolling in with us, man? I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, man. It's ACX Martinez. I remember Grimm performed Low Life at Danny and Raquel's house when I was a kid. Ever since then, I was hooked. Danny and Raquel's house?
Damn, he fucking took it back,
was it a
man.
Wheel Tree?
Okay,
was
wait.
it a Wheel Tree? Was that
a Wheel Tree on Edna right by the
Edna. That's crazy. That's funny, man.
That's
what's up,
right
man.
now.
That's love.
Well, he took it back.
That's what's love. HTX Martinez, man. That's what's up.
Lavogato, man. What's going on, man? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. What's up, baby? South Park Wicho. Man, look, here we go. We got my little granddaughter. You know, Danny done left the door open. So, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I performed Low Life at Danny and Raquel's house. I wonder what that was for, some party they were probably having over there.
And probably right after Romanticos, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? OC214 just joined in. E.G. Martinez. Wait, E.G. Martinez? That's dope. Man, that's dope right there. What's up, babe? See, that's my baby.
All right,
my baby.
You gotta go.
So right now we're gonna go ahead and do some questions, man, because I don't know, maybe we can do this in the future, man. We can do a question hour.
713.
But you know the Screw. Oh, that's right. SPN Tunes was asking us last hour, man. Was asking us about the Screwstonians. Or the Screwologist album. They were on the Screwologist album.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you know? I don't remember the Screwstonians. Unless I know who they really are, their names and who it really was.
That's a good one on me because I don't really see. That's the thing about our fans and stuff is that they know more. Sometimes they know more than we do. You know what I'm saying? Because
most times,
all the time they follow everything. So like some of the stuff I don't know who the Screwtonians were. So you let us know. You know what I'm saying? Like. If you can remind me of who's in the thing, if you tell me who they were, you know what I'm saying, I can tell you, some of the people, you know what I'm saying.
What's up, Ashley? What's up, Ashley? Man,
Screwstonians were on like 5 songs on that album.
Kiss the baby for me, man, and say what's up to Rich Rap, man, my brother, man, my homie, man. Say what's up, Ashley, man. It's good that you joined, man. That's what's up, man. I miss you guys, man. Ooh, man, I'm gonna tell JoJo. If JoJo ain't on, I'm gonna tell JoJo, man, that you tuned in, man. That's cool, man. But we talking about we taking questions, man, from y'all, man. Screwstonians, man. Let me know some of them names, brother. And
SPM Tunes said that they did 5 songs on that album, but Screwtonians doesn't really help me. SPM Tunes, I need more like who did they have their own individual names? You know what I'm saying? So like last night we were talking about this dude came up to me and goes, yeah, I remember when y'all used to mess with that little man, you know what I'm saying? And we don't say midget, we say little man, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, you talking about Bushwick? And he was like, no, the white one. And I was like, oh shit, he talking about Bar None from the 5th Ward, boys.
The 5th Ward boys.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, he took me back on that one. I was like, oh yeah, I remember Bar None, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, if you can tell me the names of these people, you know what I'm saying, instead of just like the group, you know what I'm saying, then yeah, I can probably, get familiar, you know what I'm saying? Paul, they want to say, they asked the question, who are some of your favorite rappers?
My favorite rappers? Oh shit, Grimm, who is some of your favorite? I'm not following. My favorite rappers of all time would be damn, that's deep. Or just in Houston.
I don't know if they said Houston. But you can scroll back and probably see it yourself.
Yeah, it says who your favorite rappers in Houston. Damn. Man, by all means, man, we gotta give pledge to and I really pay homage, man, to man, K Reno, bro. Would probably be my and I don't mean that because that he was where I started and all that stuff, man. The boys deep. The boys okay, sorry, man. My daughter Gisela, man, she's telling me something about my 3-year-old. She's probably going nuts. K Reno, man, probably be my favorite rapper in Houston. But then you go down the line, and of course you got the South. You know, you got Scarface. You know, and you got you know, Bun B, Pimp. These are people, and it's favorites for different reasons. Who the best rappers are, you know, who's gonna be the coldest, you know, on the mic, whatever. I wouldn't really put all that into it. It's more, you know, my favorite rappers are for a lot of reasons, right? And it's too many to really go into. But I would say, man, definitely, you know, the Kikis, you know, man, I can go down the line, man. It goes back, but it's definitely Scarface, K Reno. You know, Dopey was sick, bro. You know, just sick with his delivery, man. Just the people that I was surrounded by, and down the line, a lot of people in the SPC, man. I can't just name them all, but K Reno comes to mind, man. When you talk about my favorite rapper, and it's really because of shit, he can't be fucked with on the mic. At the same time, he's just all about it, man. He showed me a lot of things. That go beyond rap and beyond music. So, K Reno,
man,
bro.
well, be honest with you, okay, you got yours.
Pharaoh,
you know what I'm saying?
Pharaoh, that's a good one, man. Street. See, I mean, you talking about jogging my memory. Street Military, their delivery at the time, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like honestly,
Pharaoh and they go Russ.
What's up, Russ?
You gotta get with me, man. We gotta, man, Russ. We got a song, but a side note. Russ, please get with me, man. We gotta get this whiskey out, man. I need to get your BMI number, man. All that shit. I need that number, bro. But
well, look, let me answer this real quick. Like that was yours. Like, for me, number one down the line of K Reno's my favorite Houston rapper. But I was more like in tune with 3-2, Pharaoh. Cause Pharaoh was the shit, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Man, you done fucked me up, man. 3-2.
3-2 was the king. Hey, and then look, I'm gonna tell you, hold on, Gangsta Nip, that motherfucker came hard, you know what I'm saying?
Nip, be honest with you, okay, Nip, you know, Nip was definitely one of my favorites, but as far as, you know, I wasn't on the delivery at his time, you know, his whole thing, you know, I wasn't caught in.
But it was the way he would do it. He came out the box. Like he did this one song. He says, "I threw a rock from Houston and hit a motherfucker in Tokyo." I mean,
no. That's what I'm saying.
It's lyrical. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas.
I don't mean to like sound like I'm walking it back, but at the same time, remember I wasn't big on rap at the time. I was new. I was just kind of like, you know, so it really I didn't get it, you know. It wasn't until later that I appreciated what he was doing and what he was really, how far he was taking it. Me, I was a baby in the game, and I was like, man, it's just too much for me. I was like, I don't. But man, that boy used to write his rhymes, and I learned this from him, and I really took a page out of his book, and he used to write his rhymes in the closet, with candles and shit. And I asked him, I said, why would you do that, man? Why you do that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the fucking Nip? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's writing. He's writing. Where's he at? He left? He's nah, nigga, he's in the closet. You know what I'm saying? Well, what? You know what I'm saying? Leave him alone and shit. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? And when I got to know what he was doing, is come to find out, he's in there with candles and shit, writing. You know, back then you had to write rhymes on a piece of notebook and pad. We had to have a pen and shit, right? Pipping the pen, right? What it goes to, right? So he was in there writing rhymes, man, with the fucking with no date, no light and shit, with just the light he could use from little candles and shit. I was like, that's deep. So I asked him, I said, why you do that, man? Why you do this, man? I gotta get there.
Out of Texas already,
to write my rhymes. I gotta get there. That's how I get there. You know what I'm saying? And so when I learned, it really took me back to when I, you know, remember when I used to, you know, spit my rhymes, you know, I used to do it in the dark. I would have to go make everybody go to the apartment. I said, "Hey man, kick me a rhyme. You know, I want to hear a rhyme." And I said, "Shit, I'm not gonna do it out here in the middle of the courtyard here at the apartments. Let's go inside. Let's go draw
all the lights off.
Curtains and shit. Let's turn all the lights off, draw the curtains. You know, spark one up, fire one in. All you see is really the cherry of the motherfucking joint or sweet going around." And then I just kick my right, put the little tape on, and it would be like, you know, Electric Funeral or something, you know, play forward and backwards on a loop and shit. And then I would be like, you know, kicking rhymes, kicking all my rhymes or freestyles or whatever I had. And that's how I did it. So it really took me to that time. And so that was the whole thing with that, man. It was crazy, man. Those times are crazy, man.
Hey, HTX Martinez asked if you could work with any rock band, which rock band would you work with?
Fuck, are you serious? Any rock band?
Yeah, any rock band.
Fuck.
Hey, I'm gonna put some emphasis, past or present.
Fuck. Ozzy Osbourne.
Ooh, that's dope. If you could work with Ozzy Osbourne.
And it's funny, it's crazy, but a boy out here out of Grapevine, man, in Grapevine, Texas, bro, which is North Texas, right here up the road, where
Post Malone,
Dallas, really close to Dallas. It's Post Malone, man. This motherfucker got a song with Ozzy, man.
Yeah, that's a dope song too.
You know, before he passed away, I really wanted to do a song with Chris Corbin.
Yeah, Chris Cornell. Yeah,
Chris Cornell and
Soundgarden.
Brother, his voice is so. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put some Chris Cornell on, man. His voice, man, is to me was the shit. You know, that's what. And so, shit. I wish I could have do a song and going back do a rock. It'd be like somebody like, you know, fucking Soundgarden or something like
Black Sabbath. Yeah,
Black Sabbath for sure, man. Van Halen, you know, past the French shit. I do a fucking album with Van Halen. With that jump, man, dude.
Yeah, but the David Lee Roth Van Halen. You know, nothing against Sammy Hagar. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do something with the Red Rocker too, man. I do something with Sammy Hagar on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. And going back to what you're asking, I guess I would do something more if I could with the old rockers, man. Shit, but I would do something with Tool. I would do something with Nirvana, with Kurt Cobain. You know what I'm saying? I would do something like that. But not to say that I wouldn't do anything with somebody around now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who, but I can't think of anybody on mine right now. Like I would do something with that Limp Bizkit at the time. You know, you're talking. See, now you're trying to pull it out of me again. You're trying to pull that locker room out of me. Yeah, I know what you do.
Yeah, locker room. Yeah. Hey,
we got some
If
tunes.
y'all don't know what's going on
with Rage, with Zach, Rage Against the Machine. That would be something, bro. I would love
Monster.
Rage. Audio Slave, Foo Fighters.
Speaking of that, Monster's cousin or brother-in-law, he does and that's Uni's, I think Uni's brother. He does Rage Against the Machine tribute band. And he looks and sounds just like him, dude. And he performed it at Kathy's, sister's bar. Dude, we got to get with them if you really want to get down with that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. How was it making the da-da-da video I saw, and I thought it was interesting. What's the da-da-da video?
Da-da-da.
Okay, anyway.
You don't like that song, bro?
It's all right. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I didn't say I didn't like it. I like it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like...
Don't walk it back, bro. It's all right, bro. It's okay if you don't like it.
Okay. How's it go?
You know? Huh?
How's it go?
Is da-da-da. I don't remember the whole shit. Hey, you know, that
what was that on? What was that on? The Sucker Punch?
No, what that is, man, that's influence from the Bay Area, man. They got a rapper out there, man. Damn, now see, beer talking, smoke talking. I can't think of his name right now. It'll come to me, man. But he was a big influence to me at the time. You got the Mac Dre's out there. You got the E40 Waters, man. You got the, and man, I can't even think of his name right now. But it's a tune, and he had a bunch of songs that I love too, man. The dude's bad. He's got a whole catalog. When I think of his name, I'm gonna think of it. Now I'm trying to think of his name right now.
Well, see, that was your alias, Rugburn. You know what I'm saying? You got a alter ego called
my Bay Area, my Stewie, now that was actually Grimy Grimm. That was actually Grimy Grimm, Grimer. You know, that was a Stewie brother. That was my Stewie brother number 2. That was my character, and a lot of that album on Sucker Punch was a mix of, you know, my Grimm character, you know, my super duper, you know, roots in Houston. At the same time, reaching into the No Rest for the Real Grimm, and reaching into you know, shit like
Mr. Fab.
From what I did from running around the whole world with Bash, man, and seeing all kinds of shit. And the Bay Area was a real big influence to me, man. So yeah, so I would take a little this, little that, just like BB King says, man. You know, you listen to what you like, you love it, and then you borrow a little.
Borrow a little.
And
man, I can't think of mine, BB King.
Man, it pisses me off that I can't think of it's gonna come to my brain. It's gonna just hit me.
Well, see, going to that and going back to SPM tunes, like the Scrootonian question, and you not memorizing, you know, remembering who that was. Look, we're gonna fact check all these things, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna be going back on the other episodes. We're gonna bring it back.
I think they're already written in the book, man. A lot of these things are coming up and been written in the book. So
look,
hey, remember that question.
Do y'all still fuck with the previous Dope House artists? One Gotti, Lucky, Coast,
Quota,
Powder, Bash, Lil G, Rashid, Pictures, Carolyn, Major Riley, Uchi, damn.
Lil G, Rashid talked to on a regular. Pictures, I haven't talked to her in a long time, but I know that she's around. She's doing her thing. Carolyn, I talked to a lot. 24/7 hustle. Well, shit, man, everybody. Major Riley, shit, I haven't seen Riley since the last day of Unity. Russell Lee just was on early. Where's Russell Lee at? He's still on? Russell Lee, I need to get with Russ. Uchi, remember Uchi?
I talked to Uchi at Day of Unity. 24/7 Hustlers, I talk to Demon all the time. Juan Gotti's always, you know, doing his thing. Lucky and Coast, we just got through doing songs together. Powder, I ain't seen Angela in a minute. Bash, I talk to every now and again on Instagram. Lil G, I just talked to him on the phone. Rashid, talked to Quota. The last time I seen Quota was at, I want to say it was at D-Town's, it was a Lobo's funeral. So that was a little while back, but we still try to keep in touch with all these people. You know what I'm saying? And it just don't stop. Once you're a Dope House member, and once you became a Dope House soldier, it's like you just got stamped with that, and you just can't get away from it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all kind of went our own ways, but it's like, you know, when we get together, it's like we've never missed a day. You know what I'm saying? So, but this hour is about, guys, is asking these questions, these kind of questions we want to answer. So y'all got any questions y'all want to ask, man? Y'all just keep going, hit them hearts, you know what I'm saying, and let us know what's going down, you know what I'm saying? We want to just talk to y'all and just answer all these questions. So, you know, just keep it live, keep it real. Another question they asked, Paul, that they asked was, what producers, you know, were your favorite producers besides me?
Hap, Russell Lee was sick, bro. Russell Lee was really quick because he would pick up. We all lived together. Russell Lee picked up on Hap quick. Hap was real cool to watch, man, or listen to, because Hap would do shit, and I seen a lot of producers. Remember, I was always new to it, so watching all the producers that were coming in and out of since the time I'd begun. I will say this, man. Happy, man, didn't give a shit, right? He was the first person that I saw that didn't have to be quantized, or it didn't have to be also on the beat. You know, he would do shit 1, 2, 3 times, man, maybe at the most. And if it wasn't on, that was the way it went. That's the way it stayed on the fucking song. If something would happen to just by accident, he was always playing certain little tunes. He would by accident, you know, slip something in. Sometimes he wouldn't make it on the full track, but he would always hear that type of shit at the end of his tracks, which I thought was cool, man, to me. I don't know why, but I just thought it was cool that he would include some of the funny shit that maybe wasn't said. What's up? So happy, man. What's up, Low Keys? What's up, baby? You doing good? I see you. I beat those. Oh, man, what's up with Hobbs, man? That's New Mexico, man. I need to get back out there, man. Why it's been too long, man. I've been out there in a while, man. So let everybody know out there, man. I'm ready to come see y'all, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Ex Danny boys, man. Double X. I see you, man. What's up, partner? We doing this, man. We catching questions this time, man. What's up, mamas? We catching questions this time. Last hour, man. We're doing, man. We're letting y'all know now, man. Every week from now on, man, we're gonna do it at 9 o'clock. We're doing it at 9 o'clock. So next week, we're gonna be on at 9 o'clock on Shadow's Instagram, man. So tune in at 9 o'clock on next week. Man, right now Bun's getting down. You know, I check him out, man. He's getting down, and so he usually starts about 10 o'clock, man. So, and actually, we're trying to get a jump on a lot of shit too. What's up, Happy? Happy would always see if I was all right, even sitting by myself writing rhymes in the dope house. Man, that's Happy, man. Happy was and still is a cool ass motherfucker, man, and a bad dude, man. He was out there, man. He was always trying new shit. So but yeah, he was, and that's the way it was for me, and that's probably why he let me live in the oh, you know what? I'll take it back. Did we live at the high rise before we went to the to the Hardy Toll Road? Or was it?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good, you're right.
After the toll road.
That's a good question. It might have been before. See,
I think it was before.
D-Town, it was before. It was before because D-Town, you know, Hap got that high rise through D-Town. You know what I'm saying? That was you know what I'm saying? I want to say D-Town had that high rise and gave it to Hap while they was working on their albums. You know what I'm saying? Right. I remember that.
I think you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think you're right. I think you're right. And we lived in high rise for a while.
And I know that Hap had that green Tahoe during the time when he was at the high rise.
Max Minnelli. Yeah, Max was a beast, man. Max came from
and he's a Lone Star rider.
Max came from Happy Peace, Louisiana roots. You know what I'm saying? Which is in Baton Rouge, man. They were out there in the bottom. They was linked up with CeeLo. They was linked up with man, what was the name of they had the Pistols, man. What was the name? It was like they was linked up in groups that was out there in Baton Rouge, man. There was some bottom ass motherfuckers. That was dope, man. It was cool. There was some real ass niggas.
Dipso Drakes asked Grimm, what inspired you guys to write this song called Pollution with Baby Bash?
Actually, that was actually Happy P. That was influenced. It was Happy P's song, man. So that would be a really good question for Happy P. But Happy P was doing the what was it? 40 Days, 40 Nights.
40 Days and 40 Nights.
Album, and he was and he came up, and sometimes and I was, man, you know me, like going back. I was into the Chili Peppers, and he came up with a tune. I said, you know what would go with that? You know what goes with that little beat piece right there? And I said, and I was just telling him the melody, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like I don't ever, you know what I'm saying? So, because I like that, man, you know what I'm saying? And saying it again. So I sang it, and we changed it up and switched it up and put whatever, you know, we switched it up to what it was, but he took the whole thing, like, for real, man. I was like, shit, all right, cool. But yeah, that was all Happy right there, man. Grimm, on the song Gangsta, there's a different version of the song features Quota and One Gotti. How come that version of the song wasn't on the Brown Recluse? It was in Twin Beretta's outro. That's a great question, man. That has something to do with Pain. Pain was we just did a little piece of it on and it was and the one you're talking about was actually it was like a sneak track, you know. You had to listen. Remember how they would do a private track, you know, where you would do
you do it at the end of the album,
a secret track, and they would let,
it was a hidden track.
They would let, there you go. They would let the last song go for so many seconds or a minute. And then you would have a song
track reveal.
Yeah, and that was on Twin Beretta's album.
I got one of those on the Hustle Town Underground, the first album.
Man, I don't know why or what that was about, man, but that whole thing is a pain beat. It was like we just did the first verse or my verse on that, and then they put it on the. I don't know, man. That was some other shit, man. People were into some crazy shit at the time. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why, what the rhyme or reason was. No pun intended, but I really can't get into why. And maybe if I knew, I don't remember because I smoked too much or smoked too much.
That's a damn good question, SPM Tunes. You know what I'm saying? You know, Payne, he did a lot of stuff. You know, and a lot of people don't know this, but Payne came in. You know what I'm saying, at the time where like Juan Gotti was doing his first album, No Set Trippin', Quota and Coast were doing, you know, the Twin Berettas. Actually, Coast and Quota had been there before all that, you know, and they were just hanging around. They would just hang around the studio. They would just hang around everybody, and they just got in where they fit in. And Coast being Coast is just, to me, one of the most underrated rappers, you know, that I've ever met. And he, you know, he put out, you know, just some crazy long, you know, stupid shit. And what I liked about Coast is that Coast was one of the coldest, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, you know, just keeping it real, you know what I'm saying, and making sure other people understood, you know, what he was talking about. And then came out Twin Berettas. Somebody said earlier when you were talking about the two pistols that was Twin Berettas, and I think it was a group called 50-50, Paul. You know what I'm saying? But I might be wrong.
I think you're right.
What's up, Rich Astro?
It wasn't 50. It wasn't Twin Beretta. I was talking about like 50-50. I think you're right. It's 50-50. Them boys are bad. And I forgot the other cat that was with Max. But he was bad too. They were sick, man. All them boys, man. They were sick, bro. They used to go out there.
In fact, Lil G did a song 50-50, and that's what he was pertaining to. 50-50 is a gamble when I take you, or whatever it was. But that was the first album, the one we were talking about in the last hour, where Hap had the back of his Lexus at the time, and it was the first Lone Star Rider albums before he did the one with Carlos where they were standing on the star. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Polo? What's up, baby?
HTX Martinez asks Shadow and Grimm, if there was one track you want people to remember, what track would it be? And I'm not sure if he means one that we did together or a track each, but if it was each, I want you to go first. What would be the one track that you want people to remember that you were a part of?
The one, man, that's a damn good question, HTX Martinez. Man, I mean, I'd almost have to give you a top three, but if it had to be one, my all-time favorite song for me has always been Follow My Lead. You know what I'm saying? Follow My Lead, because it was a track that was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It was a situation where I had sold that beat to somebody else, and when I got to the studio, Bash had already put his verse on it, and Lucky was about to put his verse on it. And that was the first time that Luck and Bash ever met. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know each other at all. In fact, Bash had put two verses on it, and the story goes that, you know, Luck was in the back freestyling to it, and then Bash was like, hold up, say that again, you know what I'm saying? And Luck was like, you know, well, he was freestyling to it, so he, man, go in there and do what you just did, you know what I'm saying? And Luck went in there and he killed it, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta come right back. I gotta get with the girls, but keep going, man. They just asked about Sambo, but keep going. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so that's what happened with that situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then when Carlos got there, you know, I had told Carlos, I said, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, that song I already sold to Catch a Square Records. I had sold it to D-Town, rest in peace, D-Town. Somebody said that earlier. And then, so I was in a pickle. I was in a bind, you know what I'm saying? Because D-Town had already given me, I think it was at the time, he gave me about $1,200 for that song. And so I was like telling Los, man, what am I gonna do? And Los asked me straight up, he said, well, where'd you make the beat at? And I was like, well, shit, I made the beat here at Dope House. He goes, well, whatever you make at Dope House stays at Dope House. And, you know, and rightfully so, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't argue with that. So I told Carlos, I said, okay, well, then you're going to have to match it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to give me $1,500, you know what I'm saying? Which he thought, you know, I told him 15, you know, I was trying to make a little extra 3, Southeast, you know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and got that $1,500, gave D-Town back 12. And D-Town says, now you owe me 2 beats and the 1200. And the rest is history, man. Follow My Lead came out, and to me, it was a parking lot banger. And the parking lot banger, that's one of the coldest songs that I, ever produced. So that to answer that question, ATX Martinez, for me, saying one of the best songs that I ever had anything to do as far as production was the Follow My Lead beat. Perfect timing, Paul. You came in perfect timing, bro. I just finished. You know what I'm saying? So what was your song that you worked on, or that you had something to do with?
Hold on, real quick, my bad. What?
Hey, while he's doing that, look, right, we're gonna do this, man. We're gonna do this every Saturday for all y'all that joined in at 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? We changed the time, and we had started it at 9 o'clock. So we're gonna do every Saturday at 9 o'clock, the Grimm and Shadow Show. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna answer all these questions. If we don't get to your questions this time, we're gonna get to other questions. Real quick, commercial break. Man, go get it at Mellow the jeweler. At Mellow the jeweler. Get your pendants, get your jewelry. Go straight to his, Instagram and go hard. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you want. That's Grimm's son, Anthony. Right. And we call him Mellow. It's called at Mellow the jeweler. Also, I want y'all to hit up Perfect Choice Barbecue if you're in Houston. The barbecue stand is right across the street from Chavez High School. It's right there at a Red Barn. They got Rick Torres over there doing the barbecue. Anthony's doing the barbecue. Got Blas helping. And they got Elijah, the youngster that's got Taste of Heaven. He does all his pastries for his mom, and his mom taught him how to, bake and stuff. So he's selling all his pastries, brownies, cupcakes, all that good stuff, man, right there at the same place, Perfect Choice Barbecue, right across the street from Chavez High School. Last but not least, we got a bunch of shout out to Infamous Tex and Straight Out of Texas, Hustletown Network. You know what I'm saying? They bonding with us, they collabing with us. We're gonna try to get these things so that we can archive these things so they're just not on here for 24 hours. And we're gonna get it to you, and we're gonna put it on our YouTube channel, which is Shadow the OG TV. Keep it live, keep it subscribed, and you know what it is. Pow! Grimm. So what's the song that you had the favorite song that HTX Martinez has?
My favorite song, the one that I would want people to remember. Damn, that's a fucking dope ass fucking question. Fuck. Is that bad? My bad. Shit. For some reason, the first song I think of is I'm Your Future. I know that takes you all the way back to the beginning, really, but I don't know why, man. I think of I'm Your Future. But another one, oh shit, now they're coming to me. Game Untold. And I only got one verse on that song. Game Untold, Mafiosos, these are classics. These are songs that kind of went on. And
Watch
then
the
of
Block
course,
Bleed.
Watch the Block Bleed, man. That Watch the Block Bleed, for people that don't understand, Watch the Block Bleed was right about that time when I made the transition to Dope House. And if you listen to the words, I'm really kind of addressing what was going on, because I felt like people had kind of written me off. I felt kind of written off, That was my thing in the rap thing, was I always had an edge about me, and I had a little chip on my shoulder. And not that I didn't love my brothers, man, but it kind of gave me this competition. I'm very competitive. I'm into sports, and it gave me some reason to fight. You know what I'm saying? Some reason to get in the gym and get back in it. And, start the training, right? And so my training in my gym was writing rhymes and coming with keep creating and doing my thing, right? So whenever I think it was right around the time when I was getting with Dope House, and I was starting to put in work, and that's why I was on the Purity. I think it was the Purity first, before, I know I put it on my album Before My Time, but Watch the Block Bleed had a lot of you know, meaning to what was going on, and not to get too much deep into it, but if you listen to the song, it was all about, you know, me going back solo.
Oh,
you know,
I got you.
So Watch the Block Bleed was basically what me talking about. I'm going solo back. I'm not in a group no more. It's me. I'm Grimm. You know, my mom's told me keep my friends close, but keep my enemies closer. Think about it, man. What I'm talking about. My mom's telling me keep my friends close, but keep my enemies closer. Like Scarface and Sosa. Go in the war with soldiers, but hold your head high. You know what I'm saying? So that was my mind frame was, you know, now I gotta, you know, I see what it is. You know, I got friends, I got enemies. What are they? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna do my thing, man. So, and if you listen to the words, I don't want to go all the way in through it, but if you listen to the words, you know, that's really what I was getting at. So, Watch the Block Bleed, man. That's a good question, man. I think Watch the Block Bleed of all time would be the one, man, that meant a lot. And I got songs that mean a lot to me throughout the times I've been doing shit for different reasons. But
check it out. I'm not gonna cut you off, Paul, but I'm gonna try to get to these questions before I forget.
They asked who Sambo was.
Oh, Sambo. Okay, well, Sambo. Okay, I'm gonna get to you, Raul. You know what I'm saying? But Sambo is a homeboy that we grew up, man. He's called Mr. Sambo. His name is Samuel Guajardo. He's locked up. He's been in prison for a long time. But I went to Hartman he was a young kid, and I started to do graffiti with him, and we started breakdancing. And he grew up to be a real ass G, if not one of the realest G's in the whole in the Southeast, you know, Houston. You know what I'm saying? And he did the artwork for my brother's CD, the actual CD with a little cholo. And Samuel Guajardo, man, he's just a real good friend that we grew up with, and he's a mentor as far as the streets, you know what I'm saying? And he comes from Migrando, and he's, you know, part of the South, you know, the Southeast, you know, organized crime unit, basically. You know what I'm saying?
We know Sambo since Hartman.
Yeah, we've known Sambo, I mean, since way back, since and he's younger than us. But I mean, he grew up real fast. He went to California and came back with a lot of game, and he just, you know, he became a real one of the realest gangsters I ever met, realest men that I ever met, and he's been locked up for a long time. He's got, you know, he's had a lot of stuff on his back, on his shoulder. He's got, you know, some tears on his face. You know what I'm saying? So. I mean, yeah, Sambo is just a real true friend
Sambo,
of mine.
when we were growing up, man, as far as the, you know, who Sambo was, you know, believe it or not, man, he was younger than we were, but he was really one of the most influential characters in our youth, you know, coming up, regardless of rap and music and everything. But he also in rap and everything, he was that dude like, man, you got to do this, you got to do that, it's got to be like this, nah, not like that. Like this and this, and he was very, you know, always animated and doing things, and you know, he had the energy, and he was really serious, and he wanted people to say, no, you can't play, you know, we can't be playing, this is serious, you know, whatever we were doing, it didn't matter, you know, whether he was doing what he was doing and why he's behind bars and what he was doing, and he was just very powerful and very matter of fact in doing what he does. He was a real motherfucker, man, no bullshit. And he was not a bad guy. He went down for something, you know, and I don't want to get too much into it because a lot of his locker room talk, but at the same time, he went down for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Right. When it ultimately came down, he came out. He was out, he did a little time, doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? Came back out. You know, sad to say, he got back in with a lot of same circles and a lot of same, you know, four corners and somewhere triangles. You know what I'm saying? And he got, you know, was doing what he was doing around us, you know, and got involved. And when he got involved, he wasn't going to say anything different than what people thought, you know. And even though people thought what they thought was wrong, he wasn't going to come out and say that it was, because if he did, it was going to put the finger and put the blame on somebody else, and he wasn't going to do that. So, yeah. You know,
that's the kind of person he was and is to this day.
Call it what you want. And even the family at that time, not to get, like I said, not to get too much into it, but even at the family, by the time they found out why and what was going on in that case, they wanted him to come out and say what was going on and I guess, you know, at that time and at that moment you can let him speak on it on himself, but he wasn't gonna speak, he wasn't gonna, you know, do that. So
and real quick, Rick Astro, he mentioned that Sambo put some, you know, a music thing out and everything. That gotta understand that there's another dude that's in the rap game that's called Sambo also. That's not the same Sambo that we're talking about. And I know who Sambo is. Sambo, the rapper. He's dope. He used to do commercials, you know, on the radio, and he's got flow, you know what I'm saying? And he's Sambo as well. And I don't think that it was just a coincidence. Great minds think alike. They had the same name, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
But Samuel Guajardo is the Mr. Sambo that I know. There is another Sambo that's a rapper, and he's cold.
He's in the pilot.
You know, he comes with it, you know what I'm saying, real too. And
Samuel Guajardo, man, had a lot of influence, still has a lot of influence. Getting back
he's
to
coming out. He's actually up. He was up for parole this past year because they let him out. But he only got like 2 years left on his regular sentence. He says, man, they gotta let me out. They can't keep me in here forever. So he's gonna come out, you know, pretty soon. Also, Raul asked if I went to Austin. I want to think that you're saying if I went to Austin High School, but hell yeah, I went to Austin. I'm an Austin High School magnificent Mustang. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother, man, we graduated from Stephen F. Austin. It's my whole family's alma mater. My dad, his brothers, my aunt Annette, Nufi, Mondo, my cousin Selena, Rogelio. You know, me and my brother. I mean, we all went to Austin High School, man. We're proud to be a Mustang. Even though all my friends went to Milby, me and my wife were just talking about that today.
The funny shit about that is that we got schooled to Austin, and I'm sure it was by design because of Dad and our family. But we were in the magnet program, and for those of you know, it was, you know, we were in the magnet program. We got bused over there, and we lived where we were zoned to go to Milby,
where all our friends went to Milby.
Exactly, where all our friends that lived around us, you know, they went to Milby and Didi, and actually we were on the line. We could have went to Jones. We could have actually went to Jones.
Judy,
but we wound up going to, and we were bused, and we got on the bus and we went to Austin, right? And we, you know, so that's how we went to Austin, and because, you know, I think it was by design, like I said, by our family, because all of the rest of my family, they lived in Second Ward when they were kids and going to high school, and they went to Jackson and they went to Austin. So you know, if they could have had anything to do with it, we would have went to Jackson too, shit. But we wound up going to Hartman.
See, Victor, you're right. A lot of our friends went to Didi, and a lot of our friends went to Milby. My wife and I were just talking about that. I wouldn't be with my wife if I went to Milby. You know what I'm saying? And all my friends went to Milby, and I was hurt. I was mad. I was pissed off, man, because all our friends went to Milby and went to Didi. Yeah, you're right. But you know what I'm saying? We still friends with all those friends to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Victor 1994 went to Didi and Milby. And man, a lot of my friends, all of our friends, man, went to Didi and Milby. To be honest, so that's the funny shit. You know, we gained some friends and family out there at Austin and around, you know, those parts of Magnolia and Second Ward, and you know, so. But we lived around, and we had a lot of friends. Most of our friends that went to Didi and Milby. So that's crazy, right?
I mean, Matches is on here. Matches is on the basketball team. We're talking about Joe Medina, Danny Rodriguez, you know what I'm saying, Wedo, you know, Daniel Collins, you know, White Mike, you know what I'm saying, Irma, Raquel, you know what I'm saying, Carla, you know, they all went, you know what I'm saying, to Milby and Didi, you know what I'm saying, which is cool. It was cool because we got both worlds, you know what I'm saying. I mean, we still went to the Milby Park parties, you know what I'm saying, and we still went to the Fantasia, and we still went to all. So we were known on both sides, so it actually worked out, you know what I'm saying? It actually did work out, you know what I'm saying?
Rick Astro was asking, did we go to Milby? Did we go? No, we didn't go to Milby, we went to Austin. But all our friends went to Milby.
Yeah, we were zoned to Milby. We knew everybody. Actually, we were zoned to Jones. Yeah, we were zoned to Jones.
We were zoned to Jones. So, you know, that's the funny shit. So we you know, we could have went to that's what it was. We probably wanted to go to Dee and Jones. I mean Dee and Milby. We probably couldn't. So my dad was like, "Fuck that, y'all going to Austin."
Yeah, we ended up becoming a Mustang. You know what I'm saying? I got in the band, and
hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Matthew said, "Do I still jump fences?" You know why he's asking that, right?
No, why?
Matthew, why are you asking that? By the way, because I fucking jumped the fence and I broke the fence. Remember? And I got suspended. Mr. M, rest in his soul, man. I love that man. Rest your soul, your dad, man. I love that man.
He grounded you for 2 weeks.
He grounded me for jumping the fence. And I broke the top of the fence. Yeah, you remember that? Oh, that's fucked up. Hey, you know what's funny? Hey, it hurt, man. I was like, what? I can't come over. I can't play basketball. I can't play football. I can't kill the man with the ball. I can't come over. Everybody else can come over, but I can't. Say no. You get
2 weeks.
Hey, I learned a lesson.
Peace, Mr. Martinez. We love you, man. Victor Martinez. Man, I appreciate it.
I got grounded from his house. I did though. That's messed up. And then I would watch from the street. Remember, I would ride my bike. I'd be like, cold. I would be playing basketball in the driveway. Look at him. He's laughing. That's messed up.
ATX Martinez asked me if I had seen. ATX Martinez asked me if I had seen the movie Wild Style in the theaters. To be honest with you, I didn't see the movie Wild Style in the theaters. If you don't know what Wild Style is, you just got to go back. You know what I'm saying? It's a graffiti movie. Right? It's about breaking, and it's a dope ass movie about a girl and a guy. You know, it's a love story. And basically, I do have the movie though. I got the movie. It's in my arsenal, and it's one of my favorite movies that I watch. My favorite breakdance movie will always be B Street, but Wild Style is a dope ass movie. It's about graffiti, and it's about, you know, it's a love story between two graffiti artists. I love that movie. That's a dope ass movie. Dope ass question for real. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I didn't see it in the theaters. But I did see B Street at the Gulfgate Theater on one weekend, 1984, right before I went to high school, and I sat that theater and I watched it 3 times in a row, and that's what started me, you know, in the whole business of hip hop, straight up.
Hey, not to get too far into it, but I just want to remind everybody, man, next week, man, we're going on at 9 o'clock. 9
o'clock, people. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody who's out here at 9. We're doing this extra hour for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But from now on, and we apologize if it does anything. But we gotta do it. So every Saturday night, 9 o'clock, Grimm and Shadow Show. You know what I'm saying? Keep it live, keep it subscribed, baby.
Hey, you know who is this? Shadow. Who is? Hold up. Who is Tone Star Boy? He said, tell him how you used to run while Shadow rode the bus home. Laugh out. No, it wasn't run. I was on my bike. That's a good one though. Remember
when you were in baseball and you actually would jog and run home.
Oh, true talk. Real talk. That's right. That's real. That's real talk. I was on the way to school. I would take the bike sometimes and ride my bike and try to catch up. Remember, I would go as fast as the bike, and I would get to school about the same time the bus got there.
Yeah, because we were the first to be picked up on the bus. That meant we were the last ones to get dropped off after school. We get dropped off. We used to get off about 3:15, and we get home by 5:15. So it was a 2 hour, 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
you would run
Sergio?
from Austin.
Wait, Tone Star Boy, Sergio. Oh, hell,
that's Serge from San Antonio, nigga. That's Sergio.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Hey, that's funny. That's a good story, sir. My bad, sir. I didn't know that was you. Hey,
Selena said it. Who slipped on the top bump?
Shadow.
I don't want to talk about that, man.
And I would kick. That's why she brought it up.
That's why I'm on the top bunk right now.
Hey, no, you're right, Serge. You're right, man. I would run home after practice. That was when I was going out for the baseball team, and I would run home, and I would run all the fucking way home, bro. What was wrong with me, man? And let me tell you a quick story, man. We got about 8 minutes. here's a quick story. My story about the baseball at Austin. So I got on there. I knew the catcher, man. He went on to play. Actually, he went on to play a ball, man. But there was a homeboy who was a catcher for the team for the Mustangs, right? And he was on a JV team, but he was about to make varsity. And he told me, man, and I would pitch to him in the morning, and he knew I had a curve. You know, I already had a curve. Because I'm a lefty, so I had a natural curve. I had a nice little breaking pitch, and I had a cool little fastball and my changeup. Remember the changeup? Yeah, so I had a cool little changeup, and he was like, dude, and it almost was like a knuckleball. And so, and if anybody knows baseball pitches, y'all already know what I'm saying. So I had about 3 or 4 pitches, and I was we were in high school. I had about three good pitches, man. At least 4 good pitches. So he said, man, you got to come try out. So I went and tried out. When I tried out, I didn't make the pitching team, but he said, I'm gonna try you on the try thing. He put me in the outfield, and he said, man, turn, and I could chunk it, and I was really good, accurate down to the plate, right? So long story short, man, I went all the way out and did all that fucking spring whatever training, and we got ready to do the uniforms, and he was gonna say what number. They were talking about numbers and all this shit, and I said, man, I pulled the coach to the side. I said, man, after we talk about numbers, and I even gave him a number. I told him 7. I wanted number 7 and shit. After that, I went and talked to the coach. I pulled him and said, hey, man, come here. I want to talk to you, man. I said, man, be honest, man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all this, man, because you had to go play after school. You had to go play games after school and get on the bus. Remember all that shit and come back and all that. So be honest, man, I was hustling, man. I was running around, selling weed and shit, doing all this other shit, man. I thought that was more important. And I was making more money. So I didn't want to fuck around and, that was putting into my little time, my hustle time. So but I didn't tell him that, but I told him, I said, hey, so the coach looked at me, and when I told him, I said, man, really, man, I want you to really go get down the uniforms. And so he looked at me and said, man, get off, man, would you please just get off my field, man? Get off my field right now. You know what I'm saying? I said, but coach, he said, no, for real, man, just get off my field. Okay, let me cut the story short. So next year, man, by the next year, I really wanted to play. And you know what I'm saying? So I walked over there the next year. They was over there trying out, doing tryouts and everything. I walked up to them, and while they did their thing, when I got my little chance, I walked up to coach, man. I walked to him, so I said, hey, man, what's up, coach, man? I want to try it out, man. Let me try it again, man. Let me do my shit. And you know what he looked at me and said? Man, didn't I tell you to get off my field? He looked at me like a year later, bro, and told me like I was there yesterday and said, didn't I tell you to get off my field?
Damn.
That shit fucked me up, man. He goes, man, and I said, man, nothing against you, son, but I want to tell you something, man. And, he didn't cuss, man. He was always bullcorn this. He was funny, man. And he was like, I want to tell you something, man. I don't want any quitters on my team. Man, that fucked me up. So from the rest of the time from since then, man, I was like, man, if I'm gonna start something, I'm gonna do my best to finish it.
So he taught you a life lesson.
Yeah, man.
What's the name of that coach?
Realize, man, this is before music. This is before whatever I was doing. This is in high school. I was a sophomore, man. I was in 11th grade, 10th, 11th grade. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to be on the team the next year, man. I was like 11th grade. I wanted to be on. I was like, man, I want to do. He was
you know what, Paul? I think that's what's crazy is that a lot of people ask, how come we don't do, albums? How come we, why would we just, the book, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff? When's the book coming out and everything like that? And what the people don't understand is that when we do start something, we want to finish it. And not only that, we want to finish it and we want to do it and give them, the 100% of it. And that's why it takes so long. Like other people can finish albums and do it in maybe 2 months, maybe 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Where us, man, it's already running out of time, baby. It just takes wrong. Hey, keep it tuned in next week. You know what I'm saying? 9 o'clock Saturday. You know what I'm saying? 9 o'clock. Keep it live. Keep it subscribed. Shout out to OGTV right here, Grimm and Shadow Show. Man, we appreciate y'all locking in for these 2 hours. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all, man. See you next week. 9 o'clock Saturday. Peace.